Hi guys, filming another video. As you guys can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about just all the things I have been loving and consuming through this quarantine self-isolation period. I'm not gonna lie, this is the third time that I'm trying to film this video. The first time I filmed it all and then the mic was off, and then the second time I just filmed it way too late and it just became dark. But it's okay, 3 is my lucky number, so I'm sure this one will be sweet. First of all, I wanted to talk about shows because I've watched 2 shows since being in self-isolation that just were really good in my opinion. The first one being The English Game. For some reason my brother told me that this show just got like a really bad rating on Rotten Tomatoes, but I loved it. I like finished it and just wanted to watch it all again because I just didn't feel like I appreciated it enough the first time. I think the characters are what just made me so in love with this show, because you kind of just end up falling in love with all of them just in their own way. They're all so human and beautiful. The second show that I have been loving and I just finished is Money Heist. It's a Spanish show, so obviously if you don't speak Spanish, you would watch it either dubbed or in subtitles. Everyone hates on me because I watched it dubbed, which to be honest, I understand why you would hate on me, but I watched it with my parents and English is their second language, so they just couldn't read the subtitles fast enough. The fact that we still enjoyed it and loved it so much and watched it dubbed, I feel like says a lot about the show. I would say I'm trying to be a lot more conscious about consuming content that actually leaves me feeling good and nourished and just happier about life. This show definitely put me in a state of anxiety when I was watching it. The next category I want to talk to you guys about is Instagram. I feel like Instagram is just like blowing up and people are just doing so much amazing stuff and just using their platforms to be a lot more creative, and it's just so beautiful. I love it. I've been trying to do that myself, and in fact I actually launched something very exciting. I launched a platform called Humbly Go. This project has been in my heart for so long. I kind of kept waiting for the right time where I had the time to make the website and make the social medias and kind of get it all organized. But with everything that's happening, I was just like, you know what? It's not ready, but it's ready. I'm just gonna put it out there, trust that it will all work out and figure it out as I go. So I'm still forming the website, but the Instagram is up. I really wanted Humbly Go to be this community and collective of creatives that kind of just want to inspire and share and help and support other creatives in their journeys. So I want it to be kind of like a very communal thing. Like, I don't want to be the only one posting. I want to have interviews with other creators. I want other creators to create posts and create articles and create videos and photo shoots and whatever they feel they want for Humbly Go to show their work and kind of have a platform to kind of share to fellow creatives. And I'm just really excited for where it will go. Like, even this week I've just had so many FaceTime calls and messages from different creative people, and it's just so fun. I just feel like in today's world a lot of people just tend to connect through mutual friends or gossip or, you know, a common enemy. I've just been loving like getting to know people and connecting to people through creativity, because everyone just gets so excited and passionate to talk about what they love and what they want to create. So I really hope Humbly Go kind of does that for a lot of people. Another Instagram I have been loving is Hustle. So you guys might remember from previous vlogs, I go to Hustle for my workouts, run by Alex, who is just a freaking angel. Now that we're in isolation, obviously us girls can't go and work out there, so she started doing these live workouts on Hustle. But not only is she doing live workouts, she's doing live yoga classes with different teachers, live manifestation classes. Another, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but another Instagram account I have been loving is The Inspired Unemployed. I found them at the beginning of isolation, and I swear the first night I found them, I just stayed up till like 1 AM just watching their videos and just cracking up. They are so well done, and as a person that lives in Australia, they just create such funny, kind of relatable skits. So just thought to throw that out there in case you need just a little spark in your feed. The next category I want to talk to you guys about is podcasts. If you guys haven't introduced podcasts in your life, do it. It'll change your life. You will have so many more good conversations with people. You'll feel smarter. You'll know yourself better. Like, honestly, just podcasts are amazing, and there's so many out there, so whatever you're into, you can usually find it. I love Brene Brown. I just feel like I get so much wisdom from her podcast and just her talks with people. And so if you're looking for someone to listen to that has just kind of more of a deep kind of vibe, like, you know, it's fun to listen to those podcasts that are just silly and talking about, you know, little topics. But if you want to kind of just go into more like vulnerability and grief and connection and loneliness, I just really recommend her podcast. Books, I definitely am so excited because I didn't really read much growing up. I think mainly because I struggled with English being kind of, you know, my second language and stuff. I was always a bit behind and then kind of embarrassed that I couldn't read well, or just didn't really take to reading. And I am just like so in love with reading again because it's just the most wholesome, fun, incredible experience. You're all probably watching being like, yeah, no shit, that's why we read. Like, it's fun. I have read 2 books since being in self-isolation, and I kind of feel they, in a way, work really well with this time. The first book being The Book of Joy, which I have sitting over there. This book is pretty much just a book about how to cultivate joy in your own life, kind of the main things you can do from the teachings of the Archbishop and the Dalai Lama. And even at the end, they kind of give you like meditations and tips and tools to kind of just really connect to those pillars of joy, they call it. It was just a really good book if you're looking for something to kind of like, I don't know, bring some lightness and just like help you live a more joyful, joyish life. And then the second book I read is called Lost Connections. Lost Connections is about depression in today's world. It was really cool because it's written in a very scientific way, whereas the Book of Joy has science but is kind of more written in a spiritual, kind of more conversation way. It's definitely kind of more of a dark read. I remember towards the end I was kind of like, all right, I'm ready to move on to a bit more of a like light topic and not just depression. But I just felt like I got a lot out of it and just really digested everything I learned in the Book of Joy through science and through studies of people that have suffered from depression in their life. I kind of hope I will soon do a video kind of more in detail talking about the things that I have learned from these books and the things that I've been trying to implement more in my life that have been making me so much more happy. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is TikTok. I know, I'm being really honest when I say I actually don't really go on TikTok much, but every once in a while. One of the YouTubers that I love to watch, her name is Margaret Lee, mentioned in one of her videos that on her TikTok account she's kind of facilitating a journal prompt time capsule kind of thing for this time. So like some of the things she says is like, you know, collage kind of a bunch of photos and articles from the newspapers in this time to kind of remember what was going on in the world and what we would be seeing. I love journal prompts. In fact, I'm actually kind of like doing like a 1-week challenge journal prompt on my own Instagram where I've been trying to like source and think of questions to just kind of more self-reflect in this time for writing. But it's really cool that she's doing kind of one more of like a time capsule, creative, not just writing, but like art and photos and everything kind of approach to it all. So yeah, definitely enjoying doing that. And if you guys are looking for kind of just a bit of guidance on maybe how to be more creative and how to remember this time more, I definitely would recommend check them out because they're just so short and simple but really fun. The next thing I really want to talk about is YouTubers. I obviously love YouTube. I love YouTubers. I've been watching YouTube since I was like 12 and I started my channel when I was 14. So like the YouTubers that I've been watching since I was young young, like I feel so connected to. But there's a few YouTubers that I have been watching, especially in this time. So the YouTubers I wanted to mention is Claudia Sulewski, Jen Im, and Best Dressed. If you guys have watched them, you guys would know they're all very sweet. They're very similar, very different, but very like similar style, kind of similar to what I'm doing with my videos, where it's kind of like vlogs and fashion and lifestyle and all that. But I just really love all of them and how honest and creative they are with their videos. I just really, really love their editing. I really love who they are, and I just feel like I get a lot of inspiration from them. The next category is food. I'm just throwing this category in there because, like all the other content that we're consuming food in this time. Maybe too much of it. In my last 2 vlogs, I kind of very much mentioned and had a feature of my caramel slice. It is so yum. I find it delicious, and to be honest, it's like not too unhealthy for such a nice treat. If I'm gonna talk about this food, I should definitely show you guys how to make it. So here is how I make it. So here's everything you need. You can screenshot this and then you'll have all the measurements and ingredients. Pretty much you just add all the base ingredients in a food processor like I'm doing here. So that's the almonds, the dates, and the vanilla essence. And then you blend that. Oh, that's blending. Then I will go in and add some coconut oil on the pan. So then when I push down the base firmly, it doesn't stick. After you finish the base, you just put it in the freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then you add all the caramel ingredients together in a bowl and just mix it up until it becomes a kind of caramelly paste. Then you'll get all your chocolate ingredients, mix them in a bowl, and then have it ready. So then after you've put on your caramel sauce, you put on the chocolate sauce. Pretty damn simple. I don't even really need to be talking over this. You guys can see what I'm doing. And then you put it in the freezer and it's usually ready by the next day. So sending you guys all so much love. Bye.